I'm washing it on my heating pad because a couple of weeks ago I was moving something I had up in this moving, so my back get a little aggravated. But I'm sitting here in the mama, the drama mama in New York, the one whose son picked up that little girl and slammed her on the ground and then stomped her head, put his foot on her head. This mother, this problematic smother, said her son was being bullied by that girl. Did she say by that girl? I couldn't keep watching. I saw a couple of posts where they were saying that she was taking up for him and that he was said he was bullied. So I tried to watch her. I guess she was coming out the court building. And I said, did this fool say who was bullying? Who was bullying him? Because he looked like the bully. Don't be that mother. And if you have been that mother, stop being that mother. Because you setting your son, and in this instance, I'm talking about sons. I ain't talking about the daughters right now because there's a whole bunch of daughters being set up on the same road out here. Uh, but right now, we talking about this woman. See, this where the spirit of hating your sons come in. You think you protecting your son when he dead wrong. Dead wrong. And see what happens to dead wrong individuals? Eventually they get meet people who are not going to tolerate them being wrong. If this mother took the time to read the comments from real men said that if that would have been their daughter or somebody, a young lady, they'd be looking for his body. Because that's the role of protecting. That's an instinct. So as a mother, you want to protect your son. If your son genuinely, if he would have been the one that got body slammed and then his head stomped, I would follow you. But this doofus woman, and I'm saying to myself, where's daddy at? Does she know who the daddy is? Is daddy dead? Did she run him off? Did he hit and run and he don't know he had a son? Where the daddy? Because this woman is the prime example of not disciplining your child, and then you're going to be party to his death. If he continues on where he's at, he's going to be dead. Because there are men out here that will take his silly tail out for putting his hands on a female. This fool woman, she's a clamorous woman, simple-minded woman. Obviously hates her son. She thinks she loving him, but she hates him. Because why would you set your son? I remember I told my sons years ago, I said, listen, and I'm their mama, but you got to be real with your children about things in the world, and hopefully they'll listen. Sometimes they won't. No, they won't. They want to learn the long way. Sometimes they will. I told my sons if I ever heard or found out that they put their hand on a young lady in a manner that they had no business, that they would be opening the door to whatever consequence any male, father, brother, cousin, whatever in their life so fit. That's number one. And the caveat, I said, and if I'm gonna take a hammer myself and break your freaking hand. It's no reason why a female, unless she's stupid, would justify even her son putting his hands on a female, knowing daggone well I know y'all into the sissification. Y'all want to make boys into girls, and you think that because you make them so or say it so that they are, but they're not. They're physically, and they were built to be stronger. Now these little altering drugs that y'all got these Frankenstein doctors playing with God's creation, it might alter a little bit, but it's not going to take away, because they got to stay on that medicine. But that boy ain't on no medicine. He's a masculine young man. And whoever the fool was, see, then the other thing you got to talk to your kids about, male and female, and even adults. Why are you recording when somebody's getting hurt? But that's a problem too. They need to start giving the same charge, because it's too much of that going on too. You want to record everything, wants to be recorded, and you want to share it. You wasn't recording it because you wanted your boy to get in trouble. You was recording it because you thought it was funny. Y'all was going to show the video and keep looking at it. That girl could have died. He should be charged with attempted murder. Because when you slam somebody and then when you stomp his foot was on that girl's head. Somebody should have set his little monkey ass on fire. Break his hand. But this stupid tail woman. That's why I said it's the grown, big body individuals in most of these kids' lives. I remember hearing people years ago talking about, I told my son he hit a girl. Her girl hit you, hit him back. Why? And I get it. Okay, I get it. You got females, yeah, I see them all the time, jumping up in men's faces, getting bold and brazen. But you do understand that your son still would be at risk of going to jail or getting his back beat in. Because the minute he put his hands on that female, you don't know who we got, brother, sister, daddy. You don't know. Stupid. If that girl, which I doubt it, was bullying him, she's a female. Then she didn't look big. She looked petite. I wonder where her father is, her uncles, or brother. They need to whip his ass. They do. The sad thing is, in this day and age, you whip them, then they get whipped, then they want to shoot you. So I don't even know if they need. But this woman, she don't realize they will whip his behind. So if he go out here and shoot somebody, whose fault is it? The person that robbed him because they didn't get out his way? What? But this is the type of stupid. She's indicative of a lot of individuals that we all know and see, that make excuses for their children because it's their children. But when something happens to their children, somebody do something to their children, it's a problem. They get to crying. You ain't never think that your child getting what they deserve. And no, we don't like to see people get beat up or certain things happen to them, but your actions have consequences and your choices have consequences. You make a good choice or a bad choice. You make good company or you keep bad company. It's people that stay in denial about what their kids are doing. My grandfather told me to never say what your kids will or won't do. Because as soon as you say never, them jokers gonna prove you wrong. Don't be like that woman. Don't be like that woman. Don't be like any of these fool, big-bodied people that call themselves having children and they're setting them up to be predators. And then predators do end up getting killed. And if they don't get killed, they end up places where they probably wish they would die. If they're there forever. Or they end up being somebody's... with somebody, I'm trying to do... Is that what they want to do anyway? But she is a problem. She reminds me of that I gotta follow that. Let's see what's going on with that case. The boys that raped that girl, and they put rocks in her mouth, and the father got his raggedy behind on camera and made an excuse. And then the boy aunt, one of the boy's aunts, with her stupid behind, basically the fool, just like this woman here. If the sex was consensual, why they put rocks in her mouth, ma'am? Because she could have choked. There's a whole lot of stupid, foolish females and men out here. And they got the nerve to be talking to children. It's supposed to be guiding them or teaching them something. It's too many of them. We didn't have this many when I was growing up. They was like, I'm going to say 1 out of every 30-something. Maybe more parents. Now it's like 10 out of 15. And you got to do your best to keep your children from them. Because they go to school with them. That's why homeschooling or some type of option is better. Between the emasculation that they teaching, the sissification, the dumb, no education, pronoun sensation that they pushing on a generation. Yeah, homeschool your children. They dumb. They only getting them ready for 1 or 2 things. To be on whatever the government hands them. Because they just... It just take entirely... It take a lifetime just to even discuss the stuff that's really have an honest conversation about what the heck the devil is really doing. And how you know he doing it. Because a lot of people act like they don't know what they doing. Or they don't see what he doing, and you probably don't. Because you don't want to be corrected either. So you an old fool. Because correction and accountability is a problem. Starting in the church house. Church ain't accountable to nothing. They don't even want to talk about discipline. They don't even want to talk about the fact that there's 2 genders. They don't want to talk about nothing that's in the Bible. Because they busy trying to chase and say the Bible needs to be new. Or redone. Or Y'all keep on. When you ask yourselves what's wrong with the kids, or what's wrong with this, or what's wrong with that, know that it's the church that's lacking salt and light. Trying to have fellowship with darkness. It's not enough light. There's still some light out here, but y'all trying to kill it. As the light keeps dimming, but don't be like that fool woman. She's a fool. And anybody in New York, I don't know what part of New York she's in, she's a fool. And if you agree with her, you's a fool. Because all you doing is setting, and these little boys don't need no help getting killed because they hang around people that will kill them. Or they will walk outside and somebody mad and they will kill them. So she don't need to be helping set him up to get killed. So I hope that some man gets a hold of him and be able to talk to him before his mama kill him. Because she is definitely the epitome of Proverbs 19 and 18. Just like so many others. But you all take that as a warning. Don't be like that. The life you save might just be your own child or grandchild. Somebody.